short not long after she shared her condition on TikTok. These kinds of...
Is she faking Tourette's? What's up guys, the Antio here, and today we're gonna check out a video called When YouTubers Get Caught Faking Serious Illnesses. I don't know why you want to fake a serious illness. I mean, is the views that bad? I mean, like, does the money matter that much? No, it does not. To fake an illness for that is crazy. Like, I don't know what you're getting out of this. Look at Corey Kenshin, look at Dashi, look at Dante. They make money the right way. They don't have to do all that dumb stuff. Look at these positive YouTubers who are doing stuff the right way, and you want to do stuff the wrong way to get there when it took them doing the right way to get there. Like, if that's not a good example, I don't know what more you need. I really don't. So before we get into the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and also join the Discord and follow the IG link in the description if you haven't already. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
From wheelchair-bound Zillion OP having a miracle...
How cute.
Oh my god.
To Boogie2988 being cornered live stream.
Hey, but he didn't tell you it was cancer. You asked him about it, and he didn't tell you it was cancer.
Here are 9 times YouTubers got caught faking serious illnesses, starting with Zillion OP, who began his career as a Twitch streamer after being involved in an accident in 2011, which limited his mobility and led him to use a wheelchair. Because of his condition, people would feel sympathetic enough to donate, and according to some sources, he raised over $20,000 streaming. In April 2013, however, another accident would alter the course of Zillion's streaming career.
Maybe like at the end of the expansion when it's easily outgeared.
Oh my god.
Did Zill just stand up? To which he denied by saying he fell. Fans, however, weren't buying it, leading Twitch to immediately take action.
Okay, what if he really did get hurt, but then he like, okay, my illness is gone, I don't need the wheelchair no more. Let me just sit in the wheelchair for like 3 more months. They gonna buy it, they gonna think I'm still injured, but I'm not hurt no more. That's like using crutches when you ain't got a broken leg no more. You keep playing, you gonna have a real broken leg too, and when it really happens, people ain't gonna believe you. This is literally the little boy who cried wolf. Like, how do you not know that what you're doing is wrong? Hey, you, like, comment, subscribe, follow the IG, join the Discord. Do it now, please. Love you.
And ban his account. We have zero tolerance for this type of behavior, and the character demonstrated in this situation is truly reprehensible. His actions are a huge slap in the face to Twitch community members with real disabilities. However, 7 years later, Zillion would return to Twitch as It's Bluish, hoping people wouldn't notice. But after people connected the dots, he was met with backlash. Realizing that he would never be able to escape the hate, Zillion agreed to an interview with YouTuber Wavy WebSurf where he came clean.
My whole stream knew that I was going through physical therapy. No one knew the extent of my recovery.
Despite actually being in a wheelchair for a short time, Zillion admitted to misleading his audience by not telling them that he was getting better.
Are you willing to admit that perhaps not updating people was a mistake there?
It was my biggest mistake, not updating people.
However, Zillion wouldn't get a second chance, as his new account was also banned from Twitch, marking the end of his streaming career for good. Unlike Boogie, who continues to post on YouTube despite being outed as a liar.
If this is true,
Oh my gosh, Boogie. Where do you start with him? He had a whole documentary and then spending money on hookers and shrooms, and that was I'm not gonna lie, that documentary was so entertaining. I would have sat down with some friends and ate some popcorn watching that. I would have ordered some food watching that. That's how entertaining it was. Like, how do you just keep doing stupid shit and just having me laugh? Because I'm like, yo, you can't be this dumb. I gotta save money. Then he's over there buying it on hookers, and I don't know, it just got crazy. Buying it on food, spending it on stuff he shouldn't be, shrooms. I'm like, yo,
this is true, and you lied about cancer. This is the biggest scandal on the internet.
The cancer diagnosis came in November of 2022 when Boogie uploaded a video confirming his condition.
A rare form of cancer, but he's not confirming that it is cancer. Even if it's another word, it's still probably considered cancer.
I likely could potentially have a form of cancer.
Boogie would then use his diagnosis to shield himself from any criticism he would get on Twitter. That was until he made the mistake of crossing paths with YouTube's crypto detective, CoffeeZilla.
Today I confronted Boogie2988 on a crypto pump and dump he did, where he got paid $10,000 to promote a coin.
With Boogie once again hiding behind his illness to avoid accountability.
If I'm being genuine with you, and I do want to be genuine with you and the rest of the internet, I'm in pretty dire need of money. I have a lot of medical bills, and I'm fighting cancer.
This, however, led...
I mean, when are you not in dire need of money? I mean, we've seen the stuff you spend it on. I don't know how you can't just control your money. Like, man, I don't know, sell some of that stuff in the back. I mean, they talked about selling stuff before, and you did sell some stuff.
Multiple people to investigate Boogie's supposed diagnosis, including Destiny, who directly confronted him on the LolCow podcast.
Well, if he ordered a bone marrow biopsy to confirm it, it would be weird that you told us that you already had a diagnosis and a confirmation. No, wait, why would you have to insist on a biopsy if you can confirm with blood markers? It's because you can't.
I'm hoping that I are wrong. Because I'm hoping they are wrong.
You're hoping they're wrong, then why 2 years ago were you talking about fighting cancer?
With Destiny going as far as saying he'd help cover Boogie's medical expenses if he could show him any proof.
Boogie can confirm that he has polycythemia vera, and he actually has like a doctor confirmation of the blood cancer. I'll throw $5,000 towards his medical treatment.
However, Boogie's reluctance to show any
That's
proof
love right there.
was the only answer anyone needed. And when there was nothing else left to hide behind, Boogie finally revealed the truth.
But he didn't tell you it was cancer. You asked him about it, and he didn't tell you it was cancer. No, come on.
It was my...
After being embarrassed for the entire internet to see, Boogie desperately tried to get sympathy on Twitter. When I was in a vulnerable state, I shared that long before I should have. It was a stupid thing to do. I should have never jumped the gun like that. But fans were wise not to believe anything he did. And he received a fitting punishment.
And we have 24,000 concurrent viewers. Boogie gets liar tattooed to his face.
Despite being humiliated, Boogie hasn't learned a single thing, as is evident from the comments on his videos in 2025. You do or say something ishy for attention, get called out for it, lie about it, and double down. No one believes you, so you humiliate yourself for pity, then finally admit to being wrong when there's no way out. If you haven't learned by now, you never will. And while Boogie remains shamelessly active on YouTube, Emerald's, aka Ticks and Roses, online presence would be cut short not long after she shared her condition on TikTok. These kinds of...
Is she faking Tourette's? Like, let's be honest. I have dealt with some of that a little bit. It's like sprinkles. I may do a few things that people may or may not notice. Yo, that stuff is so annoying. Just doing all this shit and just, man. And now I'm kind of doing it right now. See, when I do it, it comes back. But when I stop, I don't worry about it for a long time.
Clips were celebrated for how openly Ticks and Roses showed what it was like to live with Tourette's.
I'm gonna see if I can catch this tick because it's the most ridiculous thing ever.
We don't...
But some of her viewers were skeptical. Following this rising suspicion, Tourette's creators like Daps dug deeper.
If this were happening to me and like
We don't like this stuff. I don't like that stuff. That shit is annoying. Who wants to record it for clout? Like, I'm also dealing with Asperger's. I'm not afraid to admit it. I'll just be honest because, you know, we're being honest on this video. That stuff is annoying. Depression, anxiety, they hold hands and they run down the sunset. That's the usual, like, 2 and 2. I don't like that shit. A lot of people don't like the depression, anxiety.
Such severe tics while trying to package something, I would not be happy like she is. I would be the fuck off.
This drove fans to investigate further, leading to the creation of r/Ticks and Roses, where they found videos of Emerald talking tick-free.
Plus, knowing that my art is going towards fueling another's as they transform it with knitting and crocheting is just so fulfilling to me. We are so excited to be on this journey with all of you.
She's an artist, all right, a performance artist. In response, Emerald posted her official diagnosis to defend herself.
Make sure you guys can see that.
She writing this crap down like it's freaking Quirks from My Hero Academia, bitch. One for All, Black Whip, like what? Just keeps going, stockpiling all this crap. Like, what the hell? I think you got the wrong quirks. I think you diagnosed yourself with the wrong craps.
So yeah, that's kind of what's going on with me.
Tell me you don't know what medical records look like without telling me you don't know what medical records look like. Emerald already felt cornered, but when a family member posted on Reddit...
I got medical records. They don't look nothing like that. They look highly, like, more detailed in, like, bigger papers with a lot more words on it. For even just a single diagnosis, they have a lot of words.
There was nowhere left to run. I don't believe Emerald has Tourette's syndrome, and they never showed any symptoms as a child. I don't agree with what they've done. It's incredibly disrespectful to fake a mental illness. Despite being caught red-handed, Emerald refused to admit anything, instead doubling down and running to her other account to spin a new excuse about why she had to delete her account.
Just don't record on days that I have my tics because I was literally bullied off the internet.
However, the mounting backlash only pushed Emerald to eventually delete her other TikTok account as well. But while Emerald's actions ultimately led to public fallout, which can't be said about Sketchic, who shocked fans with an upload talking about his health.
I don't want to reveal too much information about my illness, but the doctors are saying that I probably don't have a lot of time left.
After this devastating announcement, the Team Fortress community shared heartfelt messages, but the support wouldn't help Sketchic get any better.
I'm very ill, my health is gradually deteriorating, and the clock is ticking, so to speak. I simply cannot afford to spend any more time than I already have maintaining the channel.
Worse, Sketchic disappeared from the internet, confirming his fans' worst fears. He released a PSA saying he had an almost certainly terminal illness and that even if he survived, he would not resume making videos. That is to say, he almost certainly passed away. And he was immortalized in Team Fortress 2 as developers added an attribute in the game known as Sketchic's Bequest. He could have been one of the platform's most beloved creators until a 2019 video titled Sketchic Confirmed showed him playing Team Fortress. As the Team Fortress community wondered if it was a hoax, Sketchic laid those claims to rest with a single tweet. Kept you waiting, huh? Following it up with an elaborate excuse.
You might say that I was mentally ill, because I thought it would be fun to convince a lot of people that care about me that I would die. But I've been feeling really bad about it lately. I can no longer bear the weight of my sins, which is why I've decided to come out with the truth and apologize for lying.
His fans, however, felt betrayed. Sketchic got back to posting on his channel until uploading his final video in 2021, marking the end of an era. And fans quickly discovered that Sketchic had become a VTuber, which, according to some, is a fate worse than death. Just like Neon, who suffered the fate of becoming the internet's punching bag after he uploaded a video in December 2019 talking about how he had a brain tumor.
You know, what's happening with me is not something that should be joking around about. You guys should not be playing around about this, bro.
And the next couple of videos all pointed to the fact that Neon didn't have much longer to live. However, by the end of the month, he miraculously made a recovery.
And the options when I got the surgery was either I was gonna bleed.
Neon is a kid, man. It's just, I know kids lie a lot, you know, I know some don't, but you know, it has like the stereotype for them lying a lot. It's like, I kind of expected this as him as a kid. And then him as an adult, it's like even worse. Like, how do you get worse as an adult?
I was gonna survive. It was like a 50-50. So it was just a really emotional time, and I wasn't posting any videos or anything. So the surgery was 2 days ago. I've been resting, relaxing.
Which rubbed people the wrong way. I used to have 3 to 5 seizures a day, and hearing some kid fake all of that for some clout is sickening, leading Neon to get roasted.
How am I gonna whoop your ass, little virgin? I'm telling you.
Despite making a name for himself by being the most insufferable person in the room,
I will whip you. I will whip you.
Neon could never escape.
What? I'ma whip you is crazy. And when I first saw him, it was in, I think it was in Jack Doherty's house. Oh, goodness. And I think FouseyTube was there. Oh, he's even worse. I don't even like him out of all of them. When I first saw him, I thought he was like a really cool dude. I thought Neon was like an innocent little nerdy dude. And then he does this crap. I'm like, on second thought, I think I'm gonna just back away. I thought you were cool, but
gave his reputation as the kid who faked his death.
That's definitely a regret I have.
Did anybody care?
They did. They did.
Despite using the clout as a springboard to launch his streaming career, he's still considered a clown on the internet, which can't be said about Blacked the Anime, who uploaded a YouTube short titled, I Have 100 Days Left to Live, and with every passing day, his fans grew more sympathetic. I feel so bad. I hope everything ends up working out. You deserve the best. But when the creator's days to live went down, fans couldn't help but flood him with emotional goodbyes. Until...
I see 6-7 again, I swear. It just says 67 days left. I'm telling you, man, why do you have to make 2 numbers side by side a meme? It's just...
Some people noticed something that didn't add up.
He has 20 days left to live, and he's showing the same clip of him in the hospital. Or look at this one. He has 44 days left. He's still using the same clip of him in the hospital.
The creator, however, didn't respond to the allegations and instead vanished.
He's farming that clip like crazy.
for weeks before uploading his final video, which only uncovered a pattern. He does this every year to find a way to hop off the internet because he made a racist anime. 2 months later, he returned with a poor attempt at a disguise, but the backlash was brutal. Worse, the fake death didn't help in people liking his anime either, as it has a 1.8 rating on IMDb, with reviews calling it a horrendous experience and borderline unwatchable. But while this creator actually faked his death, Amy Slayton started a GoFundMe for her sister's funeral even before she had even died. In April 2015, Amy uploaded a video talking about her sister Tammy's ongoing battle with pneumonia while asking her fans for help.
I set up a trust fund, a GoFundMe account. If y'all could donate a penny, nickel, dime.
Explaining she needed that much money for an important reason.
Coffin is gonna cost them more because they have to triple the size of the coffin.
Soon after, Amy raised $818 in donations, thanking everyone for their support. But not long after, Amy went back to uploading videos with Tammy like nothing had happened. And when fans asked where the money had gone, Amy had a convenient excuse.
The money that y'all donated for Tammy when she was in the hospital, I gave it to my mother, who paid bills with Tammy's bills.
With the backlash mounting, Amy resorted.
You're just gonna need more the next month, so you're gonna lie again, and then again, and then again. And no offense, but you lying about this. Ain't you on your way to being in the coffin next? I mean, hey, let's just keep it real. She talking about Tammy being big and she's about to die. You ain't one to talk. You might be gone the next week.
Turning off the comments on her videos to avoid any accountability. But while some creators who scam their fans,
now they're afraid of criticism and freedom of speech.
end up fading into obscurity, Amy and Tammy were able to profit from their lives and got a show made about them. However, despite the fame, the two sisters still can't get rid of old habits, as Tammy started a GoFundMe for their cousin in 2025, which didn't get the response they were hoping.
Oh no, donate it.
But while these sisters can't seem to learn their lesson, Madison Russo will never forget hers.
Who?
And on February 10th of 2022, quite possibly the worst day of my life occurred. I got the call from my oncologist and they found a mass on my pancreas.
After revealing that she was diagnosed with one of the most dangerous types of cancer, Madison started a GoFundMe, which raised over $37,000.
Damn.
And as she battled her condition, Maddie became a shining light in survivor communities, even getting the opportunity to speak on behalf of the National Pancreas Foundation. However, with the constant recovery updates, people started noticing cracks in her story.
Here's our girl with her feeding tube that's not primed, looks like TPN. Let's go closer to her nose. Is that the end of the feeding tube?
With the pileup continuing on TikTok, people kept finding
people are smart.
More inconsistencies.
She loses her hair, and this is where, you know.
No. I can figure this one out. She loses her hair, but the way the hair is looking in the sink, it's like it's been cut. That's too much of a clean cut. Look at this part right here. She done snip, and then she didn't throw it in the sink and act like it was all, oh, my hair just fell out. If your hair fell out, there'd be no perfect cut.
Her hair, and this is where, you know, people started noticing things on these pictures. Like, obviously I'm a hairstylist, but you don't have to be a hairstylist to realize that hair is cut.
Leading them to realize the extent of Maddie's evil actions. Absolutely vile behavior. It's an insult to current fighters and survivors, and a slap to the face for those who had to experience the horrors and ramifications of the diagnosis. After her lies went viral, the situation quickly moved beyond social media.
She looked crazy.
Police arrested 19-year-old Madison Russo Monday morning. As you see on the screen, that's her. She's suspected of stealing over $37,000 from more than 439 donors.
Nevertheless, 6 months later, Maddie justified her vile actions in court.
I didn't do this for money or greed. I didn't do this for attention. I did this in an attempt to try and get my family back together.
As a result, Maddie was given a 10-year suspended prison sentence, 100 hours of community service, and a $1,300 fine, and she was ordered to pay back the money she received. As a pancreatic cancer patient who donated to her, this sentence is appalling. The verdict confirmed Maddie's legacy as one of the most deranged people on the internet who got caught.
Yo, that is insane. Lying about having Tourette's, lying about about dying when you're big, lying about cancer. Like, Boogie, come on, man. Neon, I didn't expect better to him. I knew he was gonna do something stupid. That's obvious. Y'all need some help. What y'all going through can't be that bad to where you have to lie. Just tell the truth and I'm sure people might help you out. But that was when YouTubers get caught faking serious illnesses. I will never be that person. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Also join the Discord and follow the IG link in the description if you haven't already. Keep it chill. I love y'all. Until next time. Peace out.